Good morning. It is 9:22 a.m. on Saturday, January 25th, 2020. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I'm once again paranoid about my audio settings. It's fine though. I tested my air purifier thing in the sense that it had only been operating on the lowest setting, indicating that it thought the air was relatively clean, which, I mean, is good by and large, but I was curious just about to see it work more rigorously. And so I lit a candle and then blew it out so it had the candle smoke and then put that right by the intake. And sure enough, it said, oh, there's something. And it sped up to a higher mode and ran for a little while. And then when I took the candle away, it went back to normal. So it's like, hey, I guess it actually, it's paying attention, which is good. Last night, Mike and I recorded our introduction to our 2020 Oscar marathon by just going through all of the nominees, and then we had some in depth conversation about Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and uh, smaller discussions about about several of the other movies, just at a very high level. And it was very good conversation. I'm going to be putting that up on the website this morning, but you can already go find it on Twitch, and it'll have the YouTube and audio versions available this morning if you're excited for that. I'm excited to be watching more of the movies, and we talked about like which movies are priority on the list. Well, for me, Marriage Story and Little Women are both high on the list because they're the only Best Picture nominees that I haven't yet seen. Little Women, of course, still in the theaters, so that one requires me to leave the apartment, which I'm probably going to try to go see that one this weekend sometime. I haven't decided exactly when. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. But uh, Marriage Story is on Netflix, so that's easy. But also, one of the movies that I feel like I'm really excited to see that I just sort of missed in its original go around is Rocketman, which my understanding now, I had kind of thought I knew it was an Elton John movie, but I had kind of thought it was a more traditional biopic. But like as I was looking up a few things on it, I'm realizing, oh no, it's really more like a musical that's going more for the emotions emotional context of many of his songs rather than just strictly a telling of his life story. I think that seems like a really cool idea. And so I've heard good things. People that I respect their opinions are saying it's really good. So even though that one is actually only on the list for one original song, best original song, that's the only nomination it has. So it's, from an efficiency standpoint, it wouldn't be high on the list, but I definitely want to see it. And yeah, so there's several movies out there, and so if you haven't ever followed along with our Oscar marathons before, the basic concept is really just that it's not to indicate that the Oscars are somehow this handed down from on high list of the best movies. It's definitely not. It's political and it's voted on by people, and those people aren't always uh, super diverse, and they have their own opinions, and we have our own opinions. And so, we're not saying that there's anything actually, transcendent about the Oscars as a concept, but it's more about having that list of movies and challenging yourself to see movies that you might have ordinarily skipped and decide for yourself if you think they were good. And frequently, every year, we find that there's a movie or two that we see because of the marathon that we hadn't been planning to even make an effort to see. It's one thing if you just haven't seen a movie yet, but you plan to. But lots of times, discovering a movie that's like, I had no intention of seeing this movie, but I loved it, right? And that's great. And I think that that's It's something that kind of pushes us out of our normal entertainment consumption comfort zone a little bit, and frequently we feel very rewarded with it. So, um, check out our introduction episode in which is going to go up this morning, Saturday, and then go out and see some of the movies that you might not have ordinarily gone to see. I recommend it. Doo 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 doo. I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes when I will be, of course, continuing my rewatch of Cowboy Bebop, and it's the Mushroom Samba episode, which is a good one. So, talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes about Mushroom Samba.